but you know what I'm saying? I was like, well, at least nobody my age is fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Absolutely.
What about Big L? I know you worked with Big L before. Probably my favorite MC.
Furious Anger.
Yeah, I know you had other than just doing joints with him. I know you had a real tight relationship with him. Talk about Big L and working with him and your relationship with him.
Well, I met L. It was early '90s. He was signed to Columbia. He was signed to Columbia at the time, and I used to go up there. There's this lady named Thais Harris. You know what I mean? And we used to go that was my thing. I would just go try to hang out at record labels and just meet different people. You know what I mean? So I used to go to Columbia and hang out, whatever. And then I met L there, and then boom. Then I used to just go up. I used to always go to Grant's Tunes in Harlem, and we just kept bumping heads with each other. Then we just start chilling. You know what I'm saying? And just hanging out and communicating more. And then when I did the Man Child album, I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying, I gotta get L on. We always talked about doing a record. So then I reached out to him and just, and made it happen. We actually did a couple of records for that album, but RZA had a flood in his house, and it's fucked up all the map. So Furious Anger was the only one that survived.
Wow. How many other joints were there with you and Big L?
We had at least two other joints, and I had a crazy record with me, Smith and Wesson, and Sticky Fingers. Lost that too.
Damn! Oh my God!
Shout to Steel.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Oh damn! So we go, AKA the Rugged Child. You get a huge name from this. On and On is this huge hit. You're touring. You're building up a buzz for yourself. What's the mindset going from that to the Lost Generation? Because now you're a couple of years older. You're getting to be 16 now. What's different in terms of the approach to the album? How are you looking at this? How did you and RNS, devise this album compared to the first one?
Well, more than anything, it was just a different time. It was I was I was busier. You know what I mean? So it wasn't we was no longer starting out in the room in his house. You know what I'm saying? It was regular sessions would be at Quad Studio. You know what I mean? It wasn't we sitting around and ours making the beat. It was just more it started to form more business. Yo, here's the tracks, write to it. I'm on a tour writing. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming back, schedule studio sessions when it wasn't like that the first time around. The first time around it was just we in there vibing and making music, and these are the songs that the album's gonna be. Instead of making an album, the second album was more scheduled.
Right. And you also worked with other producers, too. You had LES on Shaolin Style. You had Tone Capone, Life of a Shorty, DR Period. What Makes the World Go Round with Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler, DV Alias Christ. What made you branch out a little bit more now and get these other, great producers involved?
Well, because I started to meet different people. When I first started, I didn't know none of them, you know what I'm saying? All I had was RNS really and RZA, you know what I mean? That was it. But then as I started, touring and being in the business, I met DR Period, you know what I'm saying? I actually met DR Period through Foxy Brown, you know what I mean? And because she was down with MOP and all them first before all that other, before she went on her stuff. But I had met them through them, Smooth the Hustler and Trigger. Then me and them started hanging out, becoming cool. So then I just, and the same thing with LES and all the other producers. We just met each other, and they yo, I got some beats. They could listen to them. I'm listening to them. I'm yo, I like that. Let's do it. And that was